and welcome to Under the Sink Show, a place where we talk about things we avoid, hide, forget, or we don't see until we make an effort to bend forward and open the door, exposing your messy, pretty, smelly sink. My name is Kyla from the Love Club. I am your host, and welcome. I hate the weather lately. It's so unpredictable. It jumps from one extreme to another. And to everyone who doesn't believe in global warming, you need to start using your internet wisely. I was a victim of not believing global warming, where I used to think the Earth's orbit by default has an ugly fate of ending up near the sun regardless of what we do. But two things that does not explain global warming at all. And fun fact, currently we are actually getting farther away from the sun because of gravitational interactions, specifically because of the moon. Okay, I read about it. Don't judge me. I don't know this by default. But yes, global warming is real. It's there, and ignoring it can't make it go away. This is episode 5 of Under the Sink Show, and we have another friend guest, talented, funny, and somehow the reason why I don't hate myself as much as I did a while back, like years ago. He is not here to talk about global warming, but trust me, you would want to hear what he has to say. Everyone, please welcome Neil.
Hello, hello. Are we live?
Welcome to the sink. This is where I live now.
Oh, it's a big ass sink.
How are you? How does
I am
it?
okay. Hello.
Why-
How are you?
I'm so tired. It's 33 degrees
Like
here.
Celsius?
Yeah, Celsius. And it's so hot. And si Yuri, naano siya sa CR.
Oh, she likes
Yeah,
hanging out
she's-
there if it's
If
hot.
it's hot,
Because the
yeah.
tiles are cold.
Yeah, and like
That makes sense.
sometimes, di ba, I took a shit kanina, and then she also went there to take a shit.
Yeah, I love that when cats do that. When you like take your time pooping and then magsige siya. They keep making noise outside the door. Like
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they like when you open it, they just look up like, yo.
Is your litter box?
Yeah.
Is there litter box in the CR?
No. In my room and downstairs. I know that's
Ah,
disgusting, but like, I love my boy.
When I first got her, I didn't know where to put it. Like, where do you? I was like, how do cats do it? And then like, I think the first thing that I bought was like kanang wood pellets.
Oh yeah.
Wood pellets for, because I wanted to be like sustainable,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know whatever. But like when Yuri saw it for the first time, she was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she just keeps pooping in the shower. So
Oh.
like she kept pooping like dito, and I was like so confused. Like, what is this cat stupid? But when I bought another
The
kind of
bentonite?
litter, dito na siya nagpoop. So she really just didn't like the wood pellets. Or like
She was like, What is this?
what is
I do not roll with this.
like she was
This
like
is
the
not-
sustainability my ass.
But I love how we're talking about cats early on. Like for the listeners, I have 2 cats. Referring to the listeners, yeah.
When I meet someone, when I was in a workshop, like I was like, you know, like new people, right? Meeting, networking,
yeah.
and whatever. And then eventually I'm going to start talking about my cat. And then like,
Are we like those parents that keeps
Huh?
talking about their kids?
Yeah, probably.
But cats are
I'm-
different. I'm so sorry.
What, you know what? I'm going to say something that's going to grind your gears.
My
like-
gears? Or the
Yeah.
audience's gears?
No, your gears. Well, actually,
Okay, let's hear him.
I don't know, pero every Friday we have like weekly socials at
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
and then like that we have an icebreaker, and then we just
Oh.
talk about whatever the icebreaker is, and then the icebreaker was what is your hot take, And then
Oh,
someone
okay.
said dogs are better than cats, and she was like dissing on cats, like
Okay.
re-
What
in
is her
front of my cat.
LinkedIn? Okay. Why are you putting down cats? Like you can just say I love dogs so much. Like the fuck, they are both cute. You can just say I really really love dogs. Why do
That
you
is
have to
your,
put down cats, bro? Come on.
because that is her hot take. But yeah,
Yeah, I guess. I mean that's the point of a hot take, diba? It's a hot take.
yeah. Anyway, I don't actually know how to transition,
Whoa,
but
segue.
this is the part, I guess, of the show where I ask you what's under your sink.
What's under my
Welcome.
sink?
Yes,
Figurative sink.
metaphorically
Yeah,
or
yeah.
physically, whatever.
Oh my god. I am an open book. Ah!
Oh! I know
I'm
that
so
this
sorry,
is gonna be the energy.
Oh
Just
my
a
god.
lot of screaming.
Oh my god, no, conscious na go That's like something you're like hiding, right? Or like something you're just like kanang do this for later, or like just
Yeah,
hiding in general.
probably for me, it's something hiding or something that's just there, and it just and you don't want to touch it or something, or you don't want to deal with it. I guess.
I think, if we're being real here, I think I told myself that 2025 I'm gonna be more social, like kanang more outgoing, more hello people, hello what's up, and I feel like I'm on a wrong start because for starters I feel like kanang most of my social media accounts kay naka off ang notifications. So if you're hearing this, my friends, and you're messaging me on Instagram, especially, my
Yeah.
notives are off. But it's not like people are messaging me anyway. Figuratively, I think it's my need or my want to like have more social. How do you call this, social life?
Yeah, but like what you have doesn't reflect that, or what you're doing doesn't reflect that.
That's actually not true because like the
Oh,
past few
okay.
days I shot a music video. I met some people. Wow, Neil's such a bitch. Why is he like complaining?
But I think I also don't have Instagram and TikTok anymore on my phone.
Yeah, girl, I fucking sent you TikToks, and where I'm like, oh, okay, I see. But you told
I
me,
see,
you
but
told me
yeah,
you deactivated
because
or like you deleted them.
it was just
Yeah,
unhealthy
valid.
for a while, and then also I found myself. I guess I made an image of myself to people, and then now I'm stuck. I was stuck in the curse of maintaining that image of myself, kind of in
Okay,
a
yeah,
way,
yeah,
even
I
though
hear
there
you.
was no, like, no one was pressuring me. Nga, you are like that, you are like that. But also, I already committed to something. But this is how
Yeah, yeah.
people see
If
me,
I
and
may
sometimes
ask, what is that? What is that image of Kyla that you think?
of like just making things, or like being being fun, like I always go to events, and then I would look for ways nga, how can I make this a story, or
Oh,
how can I post this on Instagram. Like that's the thinking that I had na, and I was like, whoa, this is not me anymore. It was like I was too consumed by in my thought, and it's
yeah,
probably because I'm living alone, right? And then like I'm avoiding people, but and also like social media is an easy way to like connect, quote
yeah,
unquote, connect, and then yeah, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. But like everything changed when I got a cat.
yeah, yeah. Herd chef, me
But
too. I mean, they're
yeah,
they're a different breed. But if I may say, I feel like was that valid though? What I said about that, bro. If I may like add on what you said about social media, I feel that so much. Kay, I feel like in social media, I know a lot of people. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, and I'm not sure if they know me. Okay, it's like a half no. I'm aware that it's me who's putting on the pressure.
yeah,
Yeah, on myself, bang. I have to like make friends. I have to socialize. But I feel like it's really difficult, sad, when because you can't just try to socialize with someone and then expect some sort of connection. Okay, I feel that has to be organic, something real. Okay, you could easily just socialize without really saying anything or without really listening.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like when you go to an event, and then people will be like, "Oh, do you have Instagram?" And then like, I'll follow you, and then
And then
what?
what?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, I hate that. But like
But
valid at the same time. More like I feel like social media gear. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm such a fucking boomer for saying this. I'm just a kanang. I know that I'm a shy person, and it doesn't help my case when I'm hanging out with someone on a random Saturday. We hit it off that drunken night, and then we exchange Instagram or whatever, and then the next following gig or next following event, I see that person, and then it's like the energy was
yeah.
not the same as the last hangout. Okay, maybe you guys were drunk or high on life or whatever, but like again, maybe it's just me putting a pressure onto myself and I have to like be this or that. Okay, maybe I'm just being a bitch that I have this. Maybe I have this face nga not welcoming or not like hi. How's it going? Beso, beso, hug. Like,
I guess social media has we have now an expectation of how a relationship is or how friendship
yeah,
would
yeah,
work,
yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
like social media makes it easy to connect with other people and like see what they're up to. Like you can just go to their
Yeah.
IG stories, like what and like their posts, and like and then you know now what's up with that person. Like, hey, I saw your story. Na you're like this, like that, that,
Yeah.
and then like and then I think the only downside of that is it's so obvious that people have that kind of invisible barrier. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
we are talking, but like you are not my friend, and it's just it's unwritten. But you both know, you get that
Yeah,
energy too.
yeah,
That you
yeah.
both know you're not that really of good friends. Or I guess I'm also guilty of avoiding people, even though like I I connect with them, and then I feel like they're an awesome person and I want to hang out with them. But also there is that I would rather not spend my energy. Maybe that's why it's hard being friends with adults, because we've been through a lot, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
now we have to curate the versions of ourselves on what to show to people and everything.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
I'm grateful that I had friends before the boom of social media.
I mean, we were friends, but I think we had a good foundation because we worked together, and
Yeah, yes,
you know how
exactly.
when you're working together, and I feel like what I noticed, or maybe I'm just delusional, but I feel like for me, who's not really like outgoing and shy or afraid to put himself out there, naka-notice ko that when I put myself in a situation where I have to be involved with something, like for example, music video shoot, like it's like I'm forced to be connected with the people I'm working with. Like for example, with the shoot last weekend, and like I know them, like like I know of them, but I don't know them. But after the shoot, it feels like there's something na ba. But I don't think Char. I'm not gonna say nga we're like tight for. Like, I'd like to think nga if I like to think
Yeah, yeah,
like if
yeah.
I see them, and it'd be like, hey, what's going on, buddy, or whatever.
There's
But
already like
established connection or something.
yeah, an established connection that we already see each other,
Yeah.
and then like it leveled up basically in a
Yeah.
way.
And then nahoy, and with that, I have like an additional point with social media, I guess, and connection. Maybe there's some sort of pressure because it's really just online, and like we don't know what they're talking, or we don't know what they're feeling, or we
Yeah.
don't even know what the tone of their text is. Like we just don't know. So it's really up to us to fill in the blanks, but it doesn't help your case if you're like an overthinking freak. You know that quote about for you to for you to build a village, you need to be a villager or something. I think something
Wait,
about.
I
No, I
don't
think.
know that, but I don't. Sorry that I laughed.
Okay, I'm sorry if I butchered that quote or that saying, but I think the point there is like to have a community, to have a village, like you have to be involved. You have to be a villager. You have to like help out your neighbors, And I feel like sad again, I don't want to shed on social media because I'm like chronically online, but personally I feel like with the comforts that I have in my own house, it's so hard to get involved with the outside world when you have
Yes.
everything and you're comfortable and it's like why the fuck do I have to like put myself out there and embarrass myself when I can just like stay home. Like at least I'm thankful when I get an opportunity to like shoot with other people or like to work with other people. Okay, like it's an opportunity not just for the work itself, but like to make friends, to get connected in this really tiny place called Cebu. Anyway, yeah,
I love Cebu. But yeah,
yeah.
it- You are right. It's kind of like we are forced to basically like step out of our comfort zone when we are socializing, when in fact it was like easy before, but now it's getting
Yeah.
harder. It's
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude.
I think the reason why it's harder is that what I said earlier, where we've been through a lot and like we already know bullshit. Like we clock bullshit already,
Yeah.
right? So like we're trying to be careful all the time. So that's why it's hard to socialize because the cards you're showing is not really like you in a way, or like it's not the real you,
Yeah.
or it's like just you're just being civil or being
Yeah, yeah.
normal.
I read something. Read. More like watch TikTok.
You don't. I'm not gonna out you. He read something, guys.
No, it's okay. You can keep it there. Yeah, I watch a fucking TikTok. But it makes sense, okay? It's something about how, like, with modern day friendships, whoa, big word, modern day friendships. With
Whoa.
modern day friendships, it's like, for it good to flourish, you really have to put yourself out there, and putting yourself out there means inconveniencing yourself. Is that the right word? Is that the right pronunciation? Inconveniencing
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kinda good. You are being like hassled for a fucking friendship. Like, hey bro, you wanna fucking go out or else I'll break your legs.
Yes. Na I joke all the time si Shane, and this is like an NSFW kay mo ana siya, like if dugay ko mo abot, like mo ana siya nga unsa man moari ka or maghikog na ko. kay like I'm
feeling
not
that.
going
I'm
there,
feeling
so
that.
he's just gonna kill himself.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and then
Felt,
like
felt.
mukatawa na lang ko, and then like niyanan mo ano na lang ko, okay mo ara na lagi ko, sige dali bigay kay hapit na biya. For strangers, it's kind of hard to get mad because like, and don't get
I
mad.
feel you. I super
Yeah.
feel you. Like I don't. Okay, this might sound like I don't know. I think this should be the norm. Like I get shy or maikog ko magpa-wait o grab driver.
Yes.
Like I don't want to like grab a car or grab food and then I'm gonna make them wait outside. I don't roll like that. I get so uneasy.
Same.
Like I don't like. I want to be there. Like I know these people don't make much, so the least I could do is to make everything seamless. Gonna not be that fucking Karen who's like, I don't know, like Jesus. Like I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
make them wait. And I will go for myself if I do.
Yeah, and sometimes I would even pick up point na easier for them and then more effort for me that I'm
Yeah.
just gonna walk there. I'm gonna walk to you, kuya.
I get that.
It doesn't just chill there.
Like I feel so uneasy. Like I have friends over. Char friends over.
Oh.
Well, that one
But
time
yes.
I had one friend, male friend by the way. I'm not gay.
He doesn't mean that.
I had a friend and he like,
No one was like, no one was thinking that at all.
nagbook siya angkas and the driver was there and the bitch was like, mangis ako. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, maybe it's not a big deal, but if it were me, I wouldn't make them wait.
It's nice that when we book a grab or move at like Angkas or whatever, like you vibe check each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
get what you mean. I get what you mean. Super. Like,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Even if sometimes we hate each other or like not a difference in opinion, difference in whatever, kay as neighbors, when shit hits the fan, I like to think sometimes we help each other.
Yeah.
Like especially with like I saw this status by a friend of mine sa face on the dawn of Duterte's arrest. Murag he mentioned like, you know, ang kana imong mga our neighbors, even if you guys have different values, different ideologies, at the end of the day, back when Odette happened, Typhoon Odette happened in Cebu, it was just us, each other, the neighbors, the community helping each other out, rapud ba? Despite the differences. And that's really commendable. That's still pretty nice. Nga murag, even if natay mga differences, we still look out for each other.
for normal people like us, we still have the chance to like do camaraderie and be makatao or like prioritize each other and be kind to each other, because that's what we know is easier, I guess, and like what is right in the moment,
Yeah, yeah.
I would say.
Definitely.
And like we can be kind, we can be mad, we can be angry, and like we know I think most of us, I hope, know that doing the kindness thing is the right way in a particular situation.
I know when you were talking about that, kay nakamember ko fictional character. Have you heard of The Sopranos, the TV show? Narmanid ko with Anthony Soprano, the because like he's the main character of the show, and the show does a good job kanang exploring the nuances of a person ba. Kay on paper, si Anthony Soprano, he's a crime family boss, and a crime family boss, a crime syndicate leader, does some nasty shit. They traffic drugs, they do prostitution, they fucking kill people. All the shit good that cartels do or any crime boss would do. It's just merciless ba. Pero aside from all the shit that he orders his men to do, we see the vulnerable side of him. Like, the he cares for his family, that he cares for his wife. Like, mo lang ini. That's the thing that I find so intriguing sometimes ba. Because these politicians, especially like in the context of Philippines, these politicians, they have families.
Yeah.
When it comes when you also mentioned about kanang kindness, and the politicians here, they do a great show. They do a great kanang dance of showing kindness ba. And that's how they get our viewers. But kinda, I feel like the show The Sopranos, it's a really interesting take, dude. It's a really interesting view on that kind of evil person. Okay, I would call Anthony Soprano an evil person. Like, sure, naa siya moments of kindness and empathy, but the general arc of his character, he's a crime boss who orders people to kill other people. They're all still kind, but murag limited ilang kindness to their own kind as well, to their family. And when it comes to the greater circle, it mura na siya every man for himself, I guess. I just wanna talk about something
Oh my god, please.
dark and sinister.
Yes, yes, we have to because it's under the sink. We don't talk about these things, Gani. That's why. That's just the theme.
Yeah, but okay, it's not necessarily like
And then wait, and then you're gonna say, "I really like P Diddy."
oh shit! Jail time. No. Actually, no. No. I was just gonna make a comment, but like, kanang, with figures like P Diddy, like it's real how there are evil in the highest places. And when I say highest places, like mga positions of power, and with us wannabe artists or whatever you call it, and there's a lot of dreamers out there who want to
Yeah.
do whatever it takes to be noticed or to fulfill their dream. Yeah, sometimes they would resort to some nasty, questionable shit, but like, who are we to judge, right? But I don't know. I was just gonna say, like, sometimes ba, I get really, come on, kitchen sink time. Sometimes I get really depressed thinking about how in the highest of places there's always gonna be evil. Like, no matter how kind you are individually, like you would really would want to try to make the world a better place, pero you really can't help that sometimes there's really evil lurking among us, and these evil of the world, kay, unfortunately sometimes they control the world, and they dictate how the world works sometimes, like politicians. And I don't know lang, I get so defeated, like
Yeah.
I get posting online sad nga kanang telling that this sucks, pero is this enough for me? And maybe it is enough, kaya I'm giving out awareness, but who am I giving awareness to when the people I'm in
Yeah.
circle with already know what's going on? It's like, so I don't know what to. It's very hopeless sometimes, but I'd like to think that there's really something good in the future, because like, I don't know, it's very systemic. No, like, if you try to, like, if you have a good politician, you vote for the good politician. If I don't know, I'm just speaking in, I don't know, like, if there's a good politician, pwede siya ma-taint into becoming bad, and if he doesn't
Yeah.
turn bad, he might get killed, and it's gonna be another wave of bad politicians. And
I think we were conditioned in a way to see things in black and white, man, from the very beginning, right? Like, this is good,
Yeah.
this is bad, this is good, this is bad. But then, like, the more we are exposed to the shit going on with the world, now we have empathy to the bad person and then the good person, and then you also just don't know what to do now, because now you have this moral thing na, okay, I know you're evil, but also I understand you, and also like I know how the system is actually just doing this to you, or like you're probably just from like bad influence things sa imuhang life or whatever. So it's like it is kind of hopeless in a way na sometimes some people don't see that.
I'm a bit though, like I could talk about this for long, but at the same time, wala ako yung sources. Like I mean, ang kong sources are my eyes.
And your brain. Oh my god. Yeah, but yes, go on.
No, it's just like kind of about. It's just that like I just think, and I'm not trying to say good nga. There are bad people, kanang attack. I'm not saying that there are bad people actively attacking me, and no, well, like no one's attacking me. I guess I'm just trying to say nga, maybe in some people, if nagi opportunity to do wrong, some might take it, you know. Okay, and it's not. I'm not saying it's not their fault either. Okay, like I'm not saying, you know what? Scratch. It is their fault for doing that. Pero, no. Kanang, they must be
Yeah.
held accountable ba silang gibuhat. But at the same
Yeah.
time, ang underlying shit underneath all that rage, underneath all that evil, okay, just some sort of, I don't know, some fucking problem. And then again, I'm aware gid nga I am shielded by my own privileges and the hard work my parents brought upon the family for me to fucking go to school and learn whatever I learned in school. Kana bito, that's also what I realized nga. It's just I learned what I learned because I was fortunate enough nga gibutan ko sa eskwelahan sa akong parents. They put me in a good school. That doesn't even make me insta genius. It's just like if I would even kanang admit most gani of what I know are just surface level knowledge. And that's the crazy thing with internet bucket. You have like a bunch of resources online. Like it's really up to you to like fact check or like cross reference it. But going back to evil or like evil in people, I don't know. It's nice. It's. I think it's nice in default to always look for the good in people. Pero I think just me growing up or growing older, it's like people just do shitty things sometimes. You know, for whatever reason, people just do shitty things, and I don't know if that's necessarily evil or more escalate into something more sinister and evil, but I guess that's just it. People will just do evil shit, siguro. Like I don't know, the foundation of America was founded in exploitation and genocide.
Like
Philippine,
even here.
yeah, atong religion in the Philippines, how they used Catholicism to control our pagan overlords or whatever. But amot bitaw, it's just sometimes magsakit na lang mong o or akong o. Like there's really nothing.
Yeah.
Wala yung answer for real. Like
You know what? You are the real hero in this story. And you are the protagonist. And you know what? Hey, Neil, you are the villager. Whoa.
I'm the hero. I'm the protagonist. I'm the villain. You know what? In
But
a way,
yeah.
that is life.
It
You are a
is.
protagonist. You're a side character. You're a villain. You're a tree. Right?
You're a cat. Thank you,
Thank you.
Neil,
No, thank
for
you.
being here. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hey. No. Shh.
Hey.
Thank
Come on now.
you. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed being under the sink, and I hope you had a great time. Do you want to say something? Do you want to plug something? I don't know. You are allowed to.
I don't know. Thank you for listening if you're still here. Why do I sound like I'm crying? I was about to cry.
He is crying.
Thank you. Oh my god, why is he crying?
What are you crying?
No, for real. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I have
Okay.
nothing to plug. I'm not active on social media. But you can you can try to follow me. Just kidding. No, it's nothing there.
Neil's Instagram is at Neil Nanta, so you can follow him there. He has a very artsy feed.
Anyway, Under the Sink Show is a TLC production. TLC is the Love Club, and the Love Club is me.
If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions on what Under the Sink means, slide me a DM, wink wink, or email me.
Thank you so much for listening to this show.
Please try not to be evil because we can change the world for the better. We can, and we will do it.
One sink
At a time. Have a wonderful week. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.